Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mara, in case you didn't know. Now you do. Isn't that cool? All you need to know is that it's April, and that means I need a new monthly TBR. Now last month I read one book off of my TBR that I picked. It's okay. Just ignore that. It's fine. I will say I switched things up this month, and instead of doing a TBR jar or a random number generator, which I've done in the past, I'm going to be doing a little wheel that I'm gonna spin full of books. I'll show you guys. I have all of my unread books sitting over there behind you guys. So I'm just gonna pick 5 books by spinning this little wheel, and then we'll see what it gives me. So I have 22 books on here. I do have a little bit more, like a few more books I think, but I only put the first book in a series on here because I'm not gonna read like the second one if I picked the second one if I haven't read the first yet. And again, if you watched my last monthly TBR and you see that the books that were in that video are also in this one, mind your business, okay? Stay quiet. So sorry, holy crap. I have Girl Serpent Thorn, Bookish Life of Nina Hill, Bride, Love Theoretically, Hook, The 7-Year Slip, The Naturals, Legend, King of Wrath, Inheritance Games, Aragon, Things I Wanted to Say, Something Wilder, The Gracier, Things We Left Behind, My Fault, By the Book, Ghosted, A Thousand Boy Kisses, One Dark Window, Six of Crows, and The Serpent and the Wings of the Night. I am like 10% through that book. That's the only Kindle book that I put on here, and I only put it on here because I'd already started it. We're gonna get started now. I'm gonna do 5. Here we go. This is so fun. Look at us. Look at us. Six of Crows. Oh. I was about to say, wow, we finally knocked that one out. I'm just gonna spin the wheel 5 times and then we'll talk about the books later. Alright, next one is Aragon. We're on a fantasy kick right now. There's no strategy behind this, it's just luck, so. Okay, so far we are 3 for 3 fantasy. People are far too excited. Can you guys hear it? If I'm being so honest, I'm not really having fun anymore. Last one, here we go. That was crazy. Did you see how close that was? We have our 5 books. Alright, well, 5 books picked. Let's go to my physical TBR and pick out the books that were chosen for us. Here she is. The leg's a little weird here, but it's fine. Also ignore the fact that I haven't changed the date on here. I'm oddly superstitious and have OCD, so I'm scared to change this. So what did we get? 7-Year Slip was 1. Serpent and the Wings of the Night was the one that I couldn't see on here, so I was like tripping about what it was, but it was the last thing that I had started to read on my Kindle, so it's already ready to go. I'll probably start with that one just because I'm already like a little bit into it. What else was there? Then we've got Aragon, The Gracier, and Things We Left Behind. Give me 2 seconds because this is really embarrassing, honestly. I'm kind of glad that I didn't get any of the books that I originally had for my TBR last month because I think I just need a break from them. Like, I wasn't too interested in any of them apart from By a Thread, but I wound up not liking that one. But if you watched my March reading wrap up, I talked about my deal with Lucy Score books, and it's just that I'm not a fan of them. But I did buy the entire Knock 'Em Out series, so I have to read this thick book that is everybody's least favorite in the series, even if they're huge Lucy Score fans. So, hooray. Like I said, I'm gonna start with Serpent and the Wings of the Night just because I've already started this one. So I'm gonna start this one, and then I'm going to go into probably Things We Left Behind just to get it out of the way. Hopefully it doesn't put me in a slump. I'm gonna go in with like good thoughts. Hopefully I like it, but I just know that people have said that this is their least favorite in the series, and it's 600 pages and apparently really slow is what I've heard. Okay, I haven't read it yet clearly, but that's what I've heard. We got, I think it was Aragon. I'm actually really excited for this one. Everybody says if you're a fantasy reader, you need to read this, and especially after I told people I read Fourth Wing and I really liked it, they said that if I'm into dragons, I need to read Aragon. So pretty excited about this one. She's blue. Really cute. And this one's actually not as long as it looks. It's 500 pages, like barely. So I think this will be a good one to go into after that. And then we got The Gracier. I've had this almost for a year, so this one's definitely been on my shelf for a minute. This is another one I've kind of heard mixed things about. This is a YA book, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if actually, but it's about these girls that basically get like sent away for their 16th birthday. This is like a fantasy, but apparently it's kind of like a Hunger Games type fantasy, so we'll see how I feel about this one. I never watched Hunger Games and I don't really know anything about that kind of world, but finally we have the 7-Year Slip, and a lot of people say that this is like one of their favorite reads from last year. I think I got this in like September or October of last year. I've been meaning to read it. I just keep putting this one off as well. This is the shortest, I think, out of all of the books. Hopefully this one by the end of it, in case I don't enjoy the thicker books, just because I think I'll like Aragon, but I just think the Gracier I've been putting off for so long, so I clearly like don't have too much interest in it anymore. And then Things We Left Behind, I'm not a huge Lucy Score type of girl, and I also just heard like iffy things about it. So I think if I'm put in a slump, it's good to end the month, or at least end like my reading, because I usually read my TBR first thing in the month and then I go and like hit other books. So if I read just my TBR first, I think ending with this one is a good choice, because I've heard really good things about this one and I think I'll like it. But this is about a girl named Clementine, literally the cutest name ever. She moves in to her aunt's apartment and her aunt had died. It says that she finds a strange man standing in the kitchen, a man with kind eyes, a southern drawl, and a taste for lemon pies. Okay, crazy detail there. It says he's the type of man before it all she would have fallen head over heels for, except he exists 7 years in the past. So I don't know too much about it. I kind of want to go into it blind, but there we are. And that's it. That's all I have for you guys. So there's my April TBR, April wrap up. We'll hopefully have all of those books. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a repeat of March where I didn't finish reading all of those, but trust, I will try to get through some of those. I'm definitely gonna try to read Serpent and the Wings of the Night tonight, which is crazy because I even said like, if I wasn't filming this video today, I was still probably gonna read that book tonight. So crazy. I haven't read it in a month. I started it when I was going to or from Portland. I don't remember which way I was coming, but that was a book that I had started reading and then just didn't continue. Didn't dislike it. I think I was just so tired and exhausted from traveling that my brain couldn't like process things. So I might restart it, might just keep going. But thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you guys when I see you.